how you doing? I'm going to talk about this statement. I won't tell if you won't. I won't tell if you won't. That reminds me of affairs, but it also reminds me of this situation with Tasha K and Cardi B. Is that her name, Tasha K? That statement reminded me of this whole thing between Tasha K and Cardi B. And it also reminded me of affairs, okay? Now, people say this all the time. Old women in their 70s or 80s who are having sex with 20 and 30-year-old men, believe me, it does happen. They tell them, I won't tell if you won't. Because look, it's totally outrageous and nobody believes it anyway. But look, these women, 70s, 80s, probably 90s too, having sex with these younger men, 20, 30, heaven forbid 40. I won't tell if you won't. Okay? But okay, this person, Tasha K, she gets secret information from someone else. Secret information, gossip, and I guess the girl says, I won't tell if you won't. Okay, so she gets some kind of gossipy information from this other girl. And of course, this other girl's going to tell. I mean, but they're going to say, I won't tell if you won't. But of course, this other girl's going to tell, of course. Now, Tasha says that what she has is a gossip channel, which is dangerous in and of itself. That's dangerous in and of itself. Now, I do not have a gossip channel. What I have is an information channel. I talk about issues. Okay? I do not do secret interviews with anybody, ever. Because that's dangerous. Let me repeat, I do not do secret interviews with anybody, ever. I do not go into any secret places, ever. Okay? I don't do that. Because it's dangerous. All of my information comes from Google. And I tell people, if you don't like what I'm saying, if you disagree with what I'm saying, take it up with Google. Because that's where I got the information from. Now, so you do have to disagree with Google, not me. Now, Tasha gets this information from third party and then repeats it on her channel. Now, see, that's dangerous. You're going to get some gossip from person, whatever that person is, and then you're going to repeat the gossip. And you don't even ask yourself, you don't check and recheck to see if this gossip is true. Now, okay, Tasha's not an investigative reporter. I get that. But that's what investigative reporters do. They check and recheck. But all Tasha did was just repeat some gossip, which is slander. Now, gossipers do that all the time. You know, in my hometown, there was a chief gossiper. She did it all the time. Any kind of gossip, she's going to repeat. I don't care if she stubbed your toe last night, she's going to repeat it. Whether it's true or not. Whether it's true or not. Okay, she's just going to repeat it. That's what gossipers do. Now, okay, like she said, Cardi B's husband is cheating. How do you know that? Did you see him cheat? Okay, that's why you need to check and recheck. Before you repeat something like this, you need to check and recheck. But like I said, she's not an investigative reporter. She just repeats gossip, which makes it dangerous. Now, medical issues. I would not touch medical issues with a 10-foot pole. I would have told Tasha, don't touch a medical issue with a 10-foot pole. Because you know what? You don't know what's going on with that person. That's between that person and the doctor. And unless you read that person's medical records verbatim, you don't know what kind of medical issues that person has. So I don't know why Tasha said that Cardi B has this medical issue when she did. I'm convinced that Tasha never saw Cardi B's medical records. I'm convinced of that. Okay, so if you don't see anybody's medical records, you don't know nothing about their medical history. You got to be careful about talking about celebrities because you don't know if they have a trademark on their name or whatever. You don't know. I know Elvis has a trademark on his name. You got to be careful what you say about people like that who have a trademark on their name. I don't know who does and who doesn't. Now, see, I can talk about Kyle Rittenhouse. I can say I disagree with the verdict. I can say that. I disagree. That's just free speech. But what I can't say is that F. Lee Bailey gave Kyle Rittenhouse $500,000 to pay his legal fees. I can't say that because I never saw the check. You got to know what you can say and what you can't say. So yeah, I would say that it's slander. She's repeating gossip. It is slander. Now this whole statement, I won't tell if you want, reminds me of affair. It reminds me of Tasha K and Cardi, this situation with Tasha K and Cardi B, but it also reminds me of affairs. How to have a dialogue during an affair. Let's say you have, I'm talking about male and female relationship. If you have a boyfriend, okay, he has an affair, you found out he has an affair. And see, what you need is information. You need to know how, when, where, what they did and when they did it and how they did it. So therefore you need to talk to the other woman. You need to somehow get her phone number. Okay, you need to do that. Somehow get her phone number, Google, reverse look up, whatever. And you do, when you talk to her, you do not scream, you do not holler, you do not call her names. You do not do that. You lower your voice just like you talking to someone with groceries. You lower your voice, you do not scream and holler. No name calling, because you talk in a conversational tone, because what you want is information. You want to know when, how, what, where, what did you see, what did you do? Okay, so you got that information. So then you talk to, in a conversational tone, you haven't raised your voice yet. So then you talk to your husband or your boyfriend in a conversational tone. And you say, well, did you have an affair with so-and-so? Now, he may lie, he may not. Okay, but you got the information there. Okay, so then you start making your exit. You start packing your stuff and you're getting out. Okay, that's what you need to do. You just need to start making your exit. Now, okay, once you have made your exit and you are out of town, you have changed your phone number or bought a new cell phone, you need to call the husband or the boyfriend of the other woman. And you tell him exactly what she told you. And then you call your husband or boyfriend, and then you give him the information of what she told you. Now, you don't come back. You don't get involved. You don't come back. You get out of Dodge. You don't come back. Like I said, you change your phone number, everything. See, once you've told the girl's husband, you've told your husband or boyfriend, what you've done is embarrassed all parties. And so once you get out of Dodge, you let the cards fall where they may. Wherever they fall, let the cards fall where they may. That's how you handle an affair. You embarrass all the parties. Y'all have a nice day.